Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. Let's go to the northeast side, to Kharkiv area and to the tactical map. So everything was calm there for a few days, but Russia started their attack. So first of all, they put the barricades near to the Svatova, those cones or pyramids, and now they put reinforcements on the front and start to attack Stelmachivka. And here you can see that our forces are jammed a little bit because behind there is the river, but we have 92nd Brigade, which is very capable, and they will counterattack Russians from the north, and also we have from the south, but here again we have the river. So I do not expect our reinforcements to come from the south to counterattack Russians. First of all, we need to cross this river. And this is the war theater of Donetsk region. As you can see, lots of the stuff happening. We have most of our forces deployed in that region. And also Russia still tries to attack almost from every direction. All of the occupied territories that they have, they use as the front lines to attack our forces. But still on the north, you see here, for example, near to Crimea, they built some of the defense lines, and for us it's very difficult to go through it. And also they put in the front some of their forces. And first we need to fight them, then go to the city. As you can see, they do not attack from the Lysychansk direction because all the bridges there were destroyed. Just single bridge, which is very narrow, is okay over there near to the airport, but still they have no reliable supply lines over there. And of course, as you can see, all of that area is on fire because of the multiple Russian attacks. Bakhmut is under severe shelling of the Russian artillery. They still have superiority in artillery. However, the ammunitions are coming to the end for the Russians. We discovered that they start to use the shells that they made this year, so 2022. Even though they attack very hard, still they don't have the huge success in that area because we were able to build defense lines that are very reliable. And speaking about Donetsk, yes, they tried to reach Marinka and gain some sort of the territory over there. They tried to reach Novomikhailivka unsuccessfully, and the new attack direction is over here. As you can see, towards Vesela, they have 3 vectors of their attacks. I guess our forces may go on counterattack over here and from the south as well, and we are controlling those parts of the road. And it's very critical for us, but still Russia tries to encircle Avdiivka and all of the forces over here. Russia wants to take this railway station over here. It's the huge hub. As you can see, there's the railroad also goes, and they want to have this line under their control, but we're gonna defend it very hard. And as a backup source, we have our Marines and 115th Brigade standing by and also fighting on the south in Opitne village. Other than that, there were no any changes on the front lines, and now let's go to the latest news and events. Some of the senators asked President Biden to provide Ukraine with those Grey Eagle drones that might reinforce the Ukrainian army in this war. Those are very capable drones and they're hard to identify with the help of any kind of radars, and they may carry lots of the ammunitions, rockets, bombs, so they may perform the tasks that are close to the F-16 capability at some point. What is remarkable as for me, my friends, that it may stay in the air for 50 hours, 50 hours. It's extraordinary. Interesting statement from the Russian propaganda media. The shelling of the nuclear power plant in Zaporizhia will be over if Kiev signs the agreement, some sort of the agreement with Russia. So they admitted that they fired towards the nuclear power plant. Ukrainians were able to capture one of the Iranian surveillance drones as Mojahid 6 almost intact, and after researches it was understandable that the most components of those drones are Western made. And one component is Ukrainian made. Here we speak about the propeller for the engine. So that information went to the press, to the Wall Street Journal, and now there is the big investigation on that issue of how Western equipment went to Iran and were used for military purposes. Viktor Orban put the scarf showing the map of the big Hungary, including Ukrainian territories and Romanian. We have one more land character, as you can see. Putin tries that stuff so far unsuccessfully. This is Russia again, and they put those pyramids everywhere. Well, I guess someone just got paid for those kind of barricades, and those are not very effective. Those been tested by the Switzerland army long time ago, and they concluded that those pyramids are useless. And I think this concrete is not even close to the Sweden-made cones. We have brimstone rockets delivered to Ukraine by UK. Thank you so much for your support. Those can be used from the airplanes and from the ground stations, and we use them in both ways. The rocket range depends on the launcher. From the air, it's more than 70 kilometers. So Western allies agreed to put the restrictions for the Russian oil price, and it may happen tomorrow on 23rd of November. They say about the 60 bucks per Russian oil barrel, and I think that price may even be decreased, depends on the oil prices in general. And that will reduce the income for the Russian budget. There are some protests in Armenia against the military union with Russia, and also against the Russia itself, against the Belarus. So people are carrying Ukrainian flags, Armenian, United States and French flags as well. The ex-military pilot of Iran who got the access to the production of the Iranian drones before said that the capability of Iran is to produce 20 drones per month. So it's impossible for Russia to get 2,500 drones as they think it would be. And from what I see, my friends, Russia mainly stopped using their drones and switched to the rockets. We got the information about the fighting in Tokmak. It's very close to Melitopol, and if we go to Melitopol, we're going to cut the Russians in two parts. And basically, that information is not yet being confirmed by official Ukrainian sources. Usually, our confirmation is coming after our forces taking some kind of the city or the village, so we do expect that our forces will go to Melitopol in nearby future. And there are some leaks into the media, there were before the G20 summit, that there was the main proposal to the Russian leader, let's say, the proposal of the peace deal with Ukraine. So Russia would have to withdraw their forces from all of the Ukrainian territory, excluding Crimea, but still they have to withdraw their Black Sea Marine fleet from Sevastopol and leave just lightweight weaponry there. And all of the talks for Crimea should stop for 7 years, so status quo would be secured in that case. And from Ukrainian side, Ukraine should not go to NATO for those 7 years. Kind of strange agreement, but Russia already annexed our territories, including Kherson, so they don't have any other legal way rather than to fight for their territory. On the other hand, they just lost Kherson. It's the biggest city that they were capable to take. And what's the difference now between Kherson region and Crimea or Belgorod region? Doesn't matter, so we may take Crimea. Putin tried to frighten everyone that he would use nuclear weaponry, but what we see, we are fighting on their, as they think, Russian territory, and they do not use it. So I guess all of the red lines were crossed. There is the only red line for the NATO not to enter this war. That's it. The CIA is in search for the new agents from the Putin's circle, because there are lots of people who disappointed of what is happening in Russia, and basically they are losing their money. That is why they may cooperate with United States intelligence. Let's hope for Inglourious Basterds Tarantino movie scenario here. Our Russian Telegram channel say that they fire anti-aircraft rockets near to Sevastopol. Wow, why? My friends, I'm gonna keep you updated on situation here in Ukraine. If you want to support this channel, just press the like button. It helps me a lot. If you want to support me financially, there's also the way for you to do it. All of the links are in the video description below, so you may support me on Patreon, PayPal or Donatello, whichever is more convenient for you. My friends, I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.